Oh, my homosexuals, come show me some love. Because I deserve it today. Oh, today is one of the days where I'm going to sit here through all of the days with this knee injury. I've earned the love today. I earned that praise, you know. I ran around showing everybody today for the first time in 3.5 months, on the way to 4 months, something like that. I've lost count at this point. I finally was able to do a normal squat at normal weight on the normal program with full ass to grass mobility with absolutely zero knee pain. It is such an achievement. I cannot explain it. I know it seems like, obviously, you know, you've been putting in the work. It's going to happen eventually. But it's like when you get that new PR, it's just, you never really try to expect it. It just happens when it happens kind of deal. And you know it's going to get there eventually. But it's just the idea of just putting in that work, grinding harder and harder and harder until finally it actually happens. And that serotonin is like no fucking other. I can tell you right now from personal experience, it is a new high. You know, I genuinely don't know why people don't do drugs when we have the gym. It is such an insanely gratifying feeling that is going to last me for months. Ever since I hit 445 for 4 as a rep max, that's what hurt my knee originally 3.5 months ago, before I even moved to Alabama. I still, to this day, am thinking about that lift because in my mind, I haven't made much progress past that since my knee got injured. Statistically, you know, I'm not worried about the numbers, but I'm still going to think about it a little bit, because that's normal. You know, you got to have a good goal. It's reducing the expectation and knowing how to separate obligation from those passions, you know, just enjoying it. And if it happens, wonderful, you know. But now with today, although 365 for 5x4 is not the same at all, you know. It's the fact of how good and confident it felt. Because like on the first warm-up sets or the first couple working sets, you'll see it slowly gets deeper and deeper and deeper. And that last set, especially after the first rep, the moment I sat down, I was like, I can fucking feel it today. It feels good today, you know? And more than just it feeling good, your body will tell you how you feel. Like your body's always going to be honest with you. And in that moment, it wasn't just a matter of trying something because it felt good. I was doing it because I knew I deserved it in that moment, just based off the feeling alone. You know, when you do this long enough, you'll pick up that mind-muscle connection that will tell you exactly when you've put in that work. You know, when you've put in the integral amount of progress to truly do what you've been aching to do, you know? And you guys know I have been yearning for some confident squats. I've missed it so much with the combination of my knee getting messed up and not being able to squat, barely being able to do Olympic lifts at first, my pec being pulled twice in a month, had to rebuild that back up. That just got better last week. Everything's getting on the way, dude. Everything's on the way back up. It feels so, it's a different kind of magic, you know? Oh, man. Fuck card tricks, dude. Squat heavy. Put that on a shirt. Oh, man. Anyway, the power clean and jerks felt pretty good. You know, things happen. And I will say, I did fuck up a little bit. This was the first day in like a week and a half that I got off my shift early. And I normally leave for work around 7:30. Don't get out until about 4:30. And they let me go at like 1 today. And I was like, oh, amazing. Gonna go home, eat my meal, get that good pep, you know, get that energy going. Take a wonderful pre-workout shit because I don't want to do that in the public bathroom. And I made the mistake of closing my eyes. I told you guys just the other day, if you go home after work or after school without working out, the moment you sit or lie down, your body is going to take that as we have earned the rest for today because you've already put in the work for a typical day. But going that extra step to go to the gym and put in that different kind of effort along with school or work, that's where your body doesn't realize where it needs to reserve that energy. I've been getting better and better every day because I'm just staying consistent. But, even though I felt great today, getting into the gym, I was pretty tired because I got home at about 1:30, closed my eyes, and when I opened them, it was 4:30. Just felt like 5 minutes. But, shit happens. I woke up and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to make it a good day. Fuck it. Because that's the mentality you got to have. No matter what happens, you got to make it a good day. Even if you're not at your best, if the form's not there, your core's not as strong as you want it to be, who gives a shit? Make it a good day. Put in the effort that you can today. 100% of whatever your body is willing to give back. So, power clean and jerks, they were good. They felt pretty decent. I was, again, the warm-ups it felt a little tiring. I wasn't locking in my low back especially as much as I should have, because if that were a pretty heavy weight, I feel like that would have been like one of those days where I would have to like kind of take a minute to like really lock in my low back so I don't pull it. But luckily it was light enough to where I could, not put in less effort, but just kind of allow my body that availability to relax a little bit more physically so I could warm it up a little bit slower, that kind of shit. But again, the back squat was so fun because I started my warm-ups just going to the depth that felt good. And every time, I'm telling you, I know it may look like ass to grass the whole way through, but I was forcing myself to stop the moment I felt uncomfortable for my knee. And even though I was very, very close, maybe even half an inch, half a fucking centimeter close to ass to grass, I was still manually stopping without hitting that full bounce all the way back up. And so it is so redeeming, so fucking gratifying to have gone through all those sets feeling great, grinding through it. I love hitting volume on some heavy squats, man, like some good set volume, because that means I'm getting confident, especially in my core. And seeing how good that last set was, I could not be more proud. It's wonderful. I was finally, I know it was a little slow, because again, it's the 5th set of 4. My core was still tired, don't get me wrong. But physically, I was utilizing that bounce without stopping my hips. And that is such a good feeling because my standard is ass to grass. So stopping before that makes it difficult for my quads and my low back. I am getting stronger in those areas because I do this, which is great. But on the other side, it makes my ass to grass squat slightly, I don't want to say weaker. I still feel very strong, but I have to get that mind muscle connection back, especially in the core. That's why I'm excited to get back on front squats especially. But all in all, physically, oh, dude, I kind of have to give it a 9.25. Yeah, that feels pretty good. Because if the power clean and jerks were better, they were good. They were pretty goddamn decent. But if I had the energy I should have had for power clean and jerks, would have been like a 9.5 for sure. But 9.25 today. This is why we hope for the better in the future. That's what you got to do. You got to give yourself that chance to improve. So even though it didn't feel where exactly I wanted it to be, I'm going to do better next time, no matter goddamn what. I don't care how long it takes or what happens or how shitty of a day it is. I'm going to do my fucking best. And today was a full showing of what my best looks like. Because I said it before, I've been thinking about that 445 by 4 for months. And this is the first day I started to stop thinking about that being my best. Now, again, weight-wise, the squat was not comparable today to the 444 by 4. But effort-wise, comfortability, confidence, that's where I'm getting that want to move on to the next step, the new weights to come, But mentally, it was a good day. I'll give mentally a 9.5. We can even it out. Because it was everything just was working, man. Got off work early, got to have fun. Fucked around a little bit at work. It was a really easy day. Got to go home. Honestly, again, if your body needs sleep, you got to give it to it eventually. Don't stay up all night. But it was just a sign that my body needed some rest, So I'm glad I got some good rest. I'm glad I did really well in the gym. And again, I could look back and say I should have gone to the gym immediately, but the gym went great. So maybe if I went right after work, it wouldn't have felt as good. This is why we don't play with what ifs. You just have fun and do your best. But no, yeah, I just having all the right homies. Everybody was having such a good time. I was just shooting the shit. Everybody was uplifting each other. I love it. I love being able to talk about my efforts you know? It transcends anything, you know, regardless of the weight, regardless of the lift, regardless of how many days a week you're going, how much you're doing in any certain way. The effort that you put individually for yourself, being able to show that off to others who are going to give you that raw positivity back, that is what makes it so fucking wonderful to go to a public gym and just enjoy yourself, you know? It really ties in a lot for me when it comes to just being happy with what you've been given, you know, accepting that this is the life that you've got to make the most out of. Because I could have been a bitch. I could have just sat there and said, oh, well, you know, somebody, you know, I didn't deserve it. My knee got fucked up and I didn't deserve it, so I'm just never going to squat good again. Could have just said that. 3.5 months is a long time when it comes to lifting, man. Like, if you've ever gone for years on end to the gym without getting injured, or just even a couple months, and then you get that one injury that just takes a little longer than you think, it'll make you question yourself. You know, that's where you got to really show your resilience, because it's not going to your body's not going to give any fucking inch of positivity to you. That's the hard part. You're always going back and forth, fighting with what your mind wants versus what your body wants. And your body wants to stay comfortable. Your body does not want to lift. Your body does not want to give it its all, especially when you feel like shit. I mean it, man, when I say that these things in life, not just the gym, just any passions or hobbies like this, they're mentally based. You know, it's a mental progress to be able to get yourself in there and put your body in the position it needs to be in. You know, you can't let your body control you, because it will. Look at me going, like, this is why I say you can't go home after work. You got to go straight to the gym. I don't care if you're tired. Go eat a meal, go straight in, do what your absolute best. Because if you go home and you're not as mentally strong as you need to be about the gym or whatever thing you want to be consistent with, you are not going to be able to put in that good effort and that good enjoyment in general, you know? Why would you want to go to the gym and have a shit time? I, every day, eat the food, live the life, sleep the sleep that I do with the idea that this is going to make the gym so good today, you know? I meal prep my chicken mac and cheese, and I eat the same portions at the same time every day so that I can keep my metabolism where it needs to be and keep the energy where it needs to be, so that I can get to the gym and love my fucking self the whole process, the whole way through. You gotta take control of your own body, because it is always going to take the easy way out if it can. That's what being a biological organism is, you know? We are all about survival, just getting through the day so that you can live another. Your body isn't thinking about the long run. Only your mind is. I'm sitting here wanting to be an Olympic lifter for the rest of my life. My body's sitting here saying, we're quitting tomorrow. You know? This is why I give the ratings, because I get in the gym and I mentally put my body exactly where it needs to be with the most potential possible, so that I can get over those physical lackings, you know? The strength that your body needs to lift with confidence. Because it's got it in it. It can do it. But God damn it, if you are not going to mentally lock in about it, it's not going to give you the results you need. Especially in strength building with all these free bar weights that I do. If I was not mentally locked in for any of these weights, my core would be crumbling. My butt would be winking, you know? I would have no leg drive on the bench. I would have no whippage on the Olympic lifts. Nothing would work unless mentally I put my body where it needed to be. That's the difference. But anyway, you know, like, I appreciate you guys sticking around and hearing me fucking yap about this shit. I love it. But either way, I gotta go get some pork, or my roommate's gonna make some dinner. I'm so excited. I love not having to cook, because when I don't cook, I eat like shit. Especially after the gym. When I go home from the gym, I'm sitting there thinking, what shit can I get into tonight? I'm gonna eat ice cream out the tub tonight kind of attitude, you know? Oh, man. But I'll be back tomorrow. I have pause snatch and pause bench press. So it'll be a good time to redeem myself from last week's. If you didn't see it, I I landed on my hand pretty bad on one of the first working sets on pause snatch. It was my own fault. It wasn't locked in like I've been telling you guys, and it just hit a bad old injury where I didn't need it to. Didn't re-injure me, didn't hurt for long, but that sense of deja vu and knowing exactly what that pain feels like, it scares you, and it makes you want to really take a step back before you put yourself in a shitty position. So tomorrow, we're doing better no matter goddamn what. I don't care if it's a single fucking percentage. I'm going to make it to where I do better myself. You know, that's my responsibility over my own body. Not just my obligation, but my responsibility, because that's how much I fucking love it. Anyway, I'll be back tomorrow. I appreciate you sticking around. And as always, I love you guys. I seriously appreciate you guys sticking around. This shit gets me so fucking pumped up and makes me enjoy the night even more after I put in the work for the day. So, I'll be back. See ya.